Listen, it's going down in Atlanta this summer. That's right, y'all. Chasing the Beat Live is here. A live experience of queer art and creativity. On Friday, June 21st. Doors open up at 7 p.m. Listen, I done got y'all hoes karaoke with a live band, a little DJ, we got a happy hour, reality TV games. We're gonna have a little dancing, appearances by some of your favorite socialites and celebrities. I'm performing, it don't get no better than that, and so much more. So much more. This is the gayest variety show ever with a special all-queer hip-hop lineup featuring Ocean Kelly, Goddess Mikey, Hemingway, Ayo Rashawn, and Tiana Banks, plus a whole lot of soul singing from Sunny Dread, Brazy, and Miles Tripp. Plus some stand-up comedy from Rockefeller and the social media famous Tommy the Gossip, hosted by yours truly, Quentin T. Harris. Oh yeah, we finna crank it, bitch! Listen, pre-sale tickets are going on right now. Head on over to www.eventbrite.com. Search Chasing the Beat or look for the Apache Cafe profile to get your tickets. Get your tickets now before the pre-sale ends May 31st and the price goes up. Now I know we all outside this summer, so you and your friends jump in the car and pull up on us down in the Atlanta at the Apache Cafe Friday, June 21st for Chasing the Beat Live, a live experience of queer art and creativity. And yes, I did that in one take. See you there.
One come on from Otis Kenneth, CWISC, the winner.
What happened between you and Dominique?
Really nothing. You know, I think, like I said, I feel like I'm a low maintenance friend. I tell anybody that I'm very low maintenance. Like, I don't have to call you every day. I don't need to text you 24/7. We don't have to go out all the time. Like, but if you need me, I'm gonna be there for you. Like, if you call me tomorrow and say, bitch, I'm going through da-da-da-da, I need your help, or can you come rescue me from the burning building at the top of the bridge, I'm coming. But it's just like, I feel like as an adult, like when I was in college, I used to do that. I used to want to get off from work. Get out of school and go sit on the phone with my friends and be like, oh girl, you know, this is what's going on, da-da-da-da-da. But I felt like we had our own separate friendship, but it always seemed to tie into bringing in something from Chasing Reality. And just like, I didn't want that to consist in my life all the time. But I also feel like me and Dominique too, it was also, like I said, it was me. I feel like it was us both feeling like one-sided. Like, Dominique will call me sometimes and we were supposed to do something, we didn't do it. Or I call Dominique and say we're going to do something, we never do it. And I feel like it was just a miscommunication thing. And then when he started hanging out with Seven often, it was just like, I kind of felt, and I told Willa the same thing, and Willa can vouch for this, but I told her, I was like, you know, I feel like they're only friends or only becoming close because me and Dominique aren't really talking. And then on top of that, me and Seven wasn't talking. And me and Willa had already had like a conversation because it was kind of the same thing with everybody. I feel like everybody felt like I wasn't present in the friendship, but really I was just a phone call away. And then when me and Willa ended up having a conversation, Willa knew everything that was going on too, you know, because I was just, like I said, I was just getting back on my feet. Me and my boyfriend had just moved to Midtown, all this kind of stuff, whatever. So, yeah, it was just a lot of me not being there, and I felt like them wanting me to be there in the time that I feel like I couldn't be. And then I was living on the south side at the time, so it's like, y'all not coming all the way to the south side to see me. And then y'all know I work at, and I also felt like I told Willa too at the time, Willa used to come sit and eat lunch with me, because Willa lived on Cheshire Bridge at the time. She would come eat lunch with me because she knew I didn't have a car, and I also, when I left from this side of town, I was home. I wasn't coming back all the way up here, like, for nothing, because I had to move in with my boyfriend at the time. So Dominique worked at the Emily Lennox, where he groomed his dogs, in the at his studio and at his shop, and it's right across from Lennox. But anytime I would say, Dominique, come eat lunch with me, or you know I'm right there in the mall, you can even just walk in and stop by and say something. I feel like he never came. He never came to see me at work. I don't think, since I've been working at Balenciaga, Dominique has been there. I think maybe once, if I'm not mistaken. But even still, Dominique worked right across the street. So I'm like, if you want to see me that bad, like, come have lunch with me, come see me, whatever case may have you. And he never did that. And I felt like if it was so important for me to be a friend to you at the time, you could have just came over to work and ate lunch with me, or you could have came over when I'm on break and we could have just walked around the mall or chatted or whatever. That's literally what Willa would do. When I'm on my break, if I wasn't eating food, me and Willa would walk the mall, go in the store, whatever case may have you, key on break, whatever case may have you, and going about our day. And then she may call me when I get home just to see what I'm doing, or girl, you okay, whatever. But that's where the issues came in. So we just wasn't talking. And I think, and then on top of that, when Seven and Dominique became close, I think Seven thought too that me and Willa had still not talked, but nobody knew that me and Willa talked. It was like, I was literally like, okay, we just gonna see how this play out. Like, is this gonna be the new friend or new person that he gets close to? Because I'm not the kind of person, like, I'm not gonna, if me and you fall out, like if you somebody that I'm really close to and we fall out, I'm not gonna go make friends with the person that the person that I know, in a sense, has caused me issues as a friend or has brought me certain issues going on as a friend. Because we all have had issues, and that's why with this season, with season 6, it was so quick for me to just be like, me and Seven were like done, because we all have had issues with her in the past, and it's just like, as friends, we can deal with things and make things go away and reconcile, but it's just like, how many times are we going to continue to give the same person the same chances? It's just like me and you. It's just like, bitch, if we would have fell out season 6, girl, wash your hands with me, because bitch, why we still falling out?
Oh yeah, and that's why I had said whoever I fell out with in season 6, oh baby, that was it. Because I've already done my due diligence with all of y'all to get back in a good place, and I made sure I communicated and everybody understood how we was gonna move forward in the friendship. And when I saw a deviation from that, it was like, okay, I'm not finna. It's easy at this point,
easy. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna wash my hands with certain things, and it's just like,
I'm being dramatic.
No,
I'm being dramatic. I'm being dramatic.
I was just gonna wash my hands with certain things. It's just like, and I felt like, even after the situation, child, we can go. Well, we ain't even gotta go deep into that. But even after the situation, after me and Seven got into it at the bowling alley that night, and we got into it at the bowling alley, and I think, what else happened after that? And when the show came back on, and she was like, "Oh, is it giving Candy?" And I'm Candy, and he's Nina, whoever she said, and she was like, "Oh, because it's giving you trying to get into it with me for a storyline." It was just like, don't act like we have not ever had issues outside of being on the show and filming. And the only reason I brought it to you at the show, because you weren't supposed to be at our event. It was supposed to be a boys' night, and you came, and then you pulled me to the side. So yes, on camera, I'm gonna bring up what I have the issue with. I'm not gonna sugarcoat, because this is season 6. We're supposed to be showing that we can have tough conversations as friends, because Will has already said we have an orthodox friendship. We're not regular friends. Like, things are not gonna be easy peasy all the time, but we can work and talk through things. But for you to get there, walk out the scene, and then say, "Oh, at the night when you and Kane fought at the little thing, oh, niece, we good. We ain't gonna talk about it on camera. We good. We here. Da da da. We took the picture that night, posted on our stories. All of us, me, Neek, Willa, and Seven, and we was fine. We had not talked about it since then.
What was Jay?
Was Jay ain't got there yet. We was just, this is when we're just all sitting on the on that chair in the corner. We was sitting in the corner, yes. And so,
bitch, let me tell you something. If the Fab Five ain't never do nothing right, bitch, that day when Jatwan was acting like he was gonna try to do something to fight me or something like that, bitch, the Fab Five had
surrounded.
Yes, I said, bitch, I've never seen this before a day in my life.
Girl, we had your back.
Especially, which is it's really disappointing. But you know who had my back the most? Who was like, girl, be all right. Willa and Drew were the two who was the main ones who was like, no, bitch, sit right here. We got you. Everything gonna be all right.
Yeah. And so, what was I at? But yeah, I think that was just the basis of everything. That's why we ended up having an issue. And I feel like people want me to be this in-your-face friend. I feel like I was trying, like I said before, I was trying to be everything everybody wanted me to be versus being myself. And it's just like, if you can't accept me as a friend that I am, like, you may see me with my other friends outside of whatever case may have you, but that's not the friendship that I want with every friend that I got. If me and Dominique, I feel like me and Dominique could have made money together. We could have collaborated together on a lot of things. And that's why I feel like my friends in this circle should have been, because my friends that I'm in my group chat with, those are like friends that I've had for a really long time. But 9 times out of 10, we be outside. That's 9 times out of 10 when we get together. We either going outside or we in the house drinking and drunk. Like other than that, so it's just like
drinking and drunk. Like it's just two.
It's two
drinking and drunk.
You be drinking, you be drunk. So it's like I'm just like I don't. It doesn't have to be that for. It doesn't have to be that.
Girl, I don't know what y'all talking about.
It's like, but it don't have to be that all the time. So I think that I couldn't be there for them how he wanted me to, and I think that's what ended up making us have an issue. So when we did talk, we did say we could have reached out, we could have talked, whatever his have you, but we just let it go on, we let it linger. And like I said, being that Seven was his friend, it was just like, okay, well, girl, you don't really need me, and I was talking to Willa, so it's like me and Willa cool. You and Seven cool. Like, it ain't like the group automatically broke up all together because Willa's still talking to Meek and Seven, and I wasn't mad about it. That just goes to show you, like, I'm not a mad friend. Like, I don't have to be mad at y'all and not be mad at, and not talk to somebody that I want to talk to, and they talking to y'all too. But, however, I will say after the season aired, and Seven said what she said in her green screens, and we had a conversation about the situation, and the friend group knew. That Seven said that we weren't gonna get in our green screens, we weren't gonna talk nasty, we weren't gonna do all that, we weren't gonna shade each other because that night we had not did our green screens for the final round yet. So when me and Seven seen each other at the party, she was like, "Well, we're not gonna shade each other in the green screens. We're gonna keep it cute, whatever case may be." And I sat there and I went to the Andaria green screens and kept it cute because I was like, Andaria, I really could read down about what happened at the bowling alley and so forth going forward, but I'm not gonna do her like that. I was like, because I do respect her, like that is my friend, somebody I could care about her friend. But then you get in your green screens and say all these things, and then say, "Oh, I'm trying to use you as a storyline. I'm trying to do da." And that's when I had went in on Twitter on her. I don't know if you've seen that today, but yes, I went in on Twitter on her, and she blocked me on Twitter. And when she blocked me on Twitter, I blocked on everything else, and I haven't talked to her since.
Y'all still haven't spoke.
We spoke on the phone a couple weeks ago. Well, it was Willa, Neek, and Seven on the phone. Willa had called me. And when she called me on the phone, I was like, "Well, girl, Seven's still blocked." I was like, "So I can't see her on the FaceTime." And so she was like, "Yo, you gonna have to unblock her because I want all of us to talk on the phone." So we talked, but I never even said nothing to her. I just talked to Willa and Dominique, and then we ended up hanging up. And we hung up. I just reblocked her. Instead of business, and it's no shade. It's no shade.
That is funny.
It's funny, but it's no shade. Like I just after that, I kind of feel like my friends chose her over me in a sense, and it was just like, but I've always been a friend that's been there for y'all and whatever case may have you. But maybe because she's the friend that doesn't mind sitting on the phone all the time and being on FaceTime and gossip and talk about whatever else in the world that she talks about, she never. I don't feel like we ever did that. And I feel like when I get on the phone with Willa, me and Willa would have our deep conversations, whatever case may have you. But me and Willa would talk every other day or. Maybe, and it started going to like maybe once a week or twice a week, but it wasn't every day. And 9 times out of 10, Willa would call me, and I would either answer the phone or tell Willa, "I'm gonna call you back," and I would call Willa back. But I don't feel like with me and Nikki had ended up becoming to like a.
Are you and Nikki cool?
A miss thing. Me and Dominique are cool, but we haven't like hung out like for real. I feel like we've tried to get together, but it's like
It's not the same.
It never fell into where we just hung out. Or we've been able to hang out. So, but he still grew my dog. He grew my puppy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you think freaking Frack will get back?
I mean, I don't have an issue with getting back. I just don't want it to be. I don't want there to be an expectation on me as a friend of what I have to give, because at the end of the day, I'm giving what I got. I have a man at home. Like, and when Dominique had a man, Dominique literally used to be like, "Oh, girl, I got a man at home. I got to be home by a certain time." I want that same respect. Like, I know everybody's not in a relationship, whatever case may have you, but I got a man at home. I got a puppy at home. Like, I'm building my little family, like, right now. But I'm also, like, I was in a space, too, still, where I'm just out here hustling. Like, it's not mean I be in the streets, but I'm vlogging. I'm doing all these things I said I was going to do. I'm doing my box. So it's just, like, I can't give you all of this of me all the time when it's just like things I'm still trying to do for myself. And so yeah, but it's never no issue with Nick. Like I never will hate Nick, because Nick is somebody I feel like came into my life and helped me find a confidence that I didn't know I had in myself. And then
I love
also
that.
Come one, come all, from other